21st century.
Hello everybody, welcome back to another airport update of Southwest Florida International Airport, RSW in Fort Myers, Florida. We have another update here today, this one for Tuesday, April 25th. So yeah, fun little update here. Time frame for this one is around, I guess around 5:45-ish, I guess. This is that specific because we have a specific aircraft in this airport update that is very interesting. You probably already know what that one is based on how I'm talking about it, but we'll get back to that one last, and yeah, that'll be our final aircraft. We'll start over here though with the Spirit A319. Can't get a very good shot of this one, but it is in the old livery, and this one came in from Chicago O'Hare, and it will be heading back out there. And here we have a pair of JetBlue A320s. We got on the right there, we have the For Good A320 with the sharklets. This one came in from New York JFK, and this one will be making the turnaround flight heading back out there. And we move over to our left, we have Mosaic, the A320, which came in from New York LaGuardia, and it was on the turn. So yeah, New York, JFK, LaGuardia, and Newark, I believe, are all represented in JetBlue's flights here. Maybe they got rid of Newark. I think we've had Newark here before. Don't quote me on Newark, but I'm pretty sure we have had JetBlue flights to Newark here. Yeah, I can see it right here just by scrolling a bit on the flight schedule and flight radar. So yeah, JetBlue flies. This is very interesting. JetBlue flies to JFK, LaGuardia, and Newark. All of New York's airports. That is really weird, but cool operation for JetBlue, I guess. They have quite a few flights out of here, so glad to represent them with these two A320s right here. And finally, moved over to the other side of the D concourse into the American Airlines gates, where you have two aircraft. We'll begin in the back there with the E-175, which came in from Austin, Bergstrom, and is heading back out there. Very interesting route on the E-175 here. I think our only regional route in terms of having a regional carrier operate that. So that's very interesting, and it's cool to have it here as well. I will say. Right next, or not right next to that one, but two gates down at Delta 1, we have the American A319, which came in from Washington DCA, and here's another turnaround. We'll be heading back out there. And now here we have our trio of Delta aircraft here. We'll begin there in the back. We have the Delta 737-900. This one came in from Atlanta Hartsfield Jackson, Citrus Aviation's airport for that one, and it will be heading back out there. Moving in the middle here, there we go. We have the Delta A319, which is on the turn from New York LaGuardia. Not a great shot of it, but we also have another 737-900 right here, taking up the left side of your screen. And this one also came in from Atlanta. And this one will be an overnight turn, but yet again, we have another turn here for this Delta 737-900 back out to Atlanta Hartsfield Jackson. And now we move into our United gates, beginning in the back there with the 737 MAX 8, which came in from Chicago O'Hare, and we're heading out to Washington Dulles. And right next to that, we have the Eva Blue A319. Actual aircraft was an A320, but we'll just use the A319 for us. I don't have an A320 model for United. Hope that someone would release it, maybe NG models, maybe Gemini jets, but NG with their new A320 mold, they might release some American carriers soon. I'd love to see a new United A320, but we had the A319 for now, and this one came in from Newark, and we'll be heading out to Chicago O'Hare. Taxiing out here, we have the Southwest Airlines 737-700. This is in the Heart livery, which came in from Chicago Midway, and is currently taxiing out for its flight out to Columbus, Ohio. And Southwest never fails to disappoint with views like this. We have a beautiful trio of Southwest aircraft here, beginning all the way in the back there with Maryland 1. Cool to see this one came in. This is my favorite Southwest Special livery, and so of course I'll love to include this one in airport updates, and especially in a realistic connotation, as it is in today's update. That is just absolutely spectacular. And this one came in from Nashville, as CGP Ray would say. We're heading out to St. Louis. In the middle there, we have the MAX 8, which came in from Chicago O'Hare. We're heading out to Chicago Midway. That's kind of funny. Have an O'Hare or a Chicago turn, but O'Hare to Midway. that's very interesting there. Kind of funny for Southwest. But yeah, cool to see our Chicago flights going strong here, doing really well here at RSW. Then we have the 737-800 in the Heart livery. This one came in from Baltimore, and this one will be on the turn. So kind of wish this one would have been on the Maryland one, because that would have been very fitting. But it is on the 737-800, but this is still a very nice model by NG Models. And that caps off our very beautiful Southwest section here. Yeah, this is just a great lineup right here of our Southwest aircraft. Unfortunately, no Canyon Blues, but those still will be included even after the Canyon Blues are, for the most part, retired, other than the MAX 8. We will still be sure to include the Canyon Blues when we can in the airport updates, because I love the plane, and I don't want it to see it go. So I will be including Canyon Blue 737-700s and probably the 737-800 as well, because I have models for both of them. And yeah, just ready to see those appear in future airport updates, because I don't plan on retiring them just yet, because I mean, I love them. That's like my third favorite livery in the sky. And I mean, my favorite liveries are a story for another time, but that one is definitely one of my favorites of all time. So I'm sad to see it go, and I'm going to try to get out to the airport. I've attempted twice, and I've failed twice to catch. You could even say 3 times. I've attempted 3 times, and I've failed 3 times to catch a Canyon Blue 737 for Southwest for the final time. Not the MAX 8. Well, we haven't seen the MAX 8 anywhere that I've been to. But in terms of 737-700/800s, I've attempted 3 times to see one, and I've swung and missed all 3 times. It's been repainted. So, I mean, that's really scaring me, because I want to see one, but I feel like every time that I go now, it's just going to be repainted. So hopefully I can make my way out to the airport and see one for real this time. But I mean, that's kind of wishful thinking, but we'll make it happen, maybe, I hope. And here we have the Frontier A320neo. This was in Shelley the Sea Turtle livery, but here we have Baja the Whale Shark. This one came in from Cincinnati, and it will be heading back out there. And this is a very unusual sight here. If you remember back to the very beginning of the update, I said this was a Tuesday. We normally only get the Eurowings Discover A330s on Saturdays. But yeah, it's a Tuesday, and you see the Eurowings Discover A330-200. Now, I haven't checked if this is what services they've added, but clearly the Saturday service was popular enough that they have decided to add a Tuesday service from Frankfurt. So yeah, we have at least added Tuesday. I'm not sure about the other dates, because I have not checked to see if those have been added, but yeah, Tuesday we have Eurowings Discover now on the A330 from Fort Myers to Frankfurt. So very, very cool here. Probably the coolest flight that we get in here to RSW. And so glad to see it here. I can use this aircraft in yet another connotation here at this airport. It's an absolutely fantastic model by NG Model. The color's a little bit off, but the mold itself is great by NG Models. So yeah, this one is just currently taxiing into its gate. Bravo 3 in from Frankfurt, but yeah, this will be making the turnaround, heading back out there, of course. And yeah, hopefully we see Eurowings Discover continued success in the future here. They are a very cool airline, and we're glad to have them here. So yeah, that'll do it for our RSW update number 8, I believe, of Fort Myers, RSW, Southwest Florida International Airport. Very long name for this airport. And so that'll do it. That's it for this airport update. So I'll see you tomorrow. And as always, good night. Auf Wiedersehen.